In response to the escalating humanitarian crisis in Gaza, the Israeli military announced on Sunday that it would initiate daily tactical pauses in military activity in parts of southern Gaza to allow for increased aid delivery. This measure, aimed at alleviating the dire conditions in the enclave, comes as international aid organizations warn of a growing crisis. The tactical pause, scheduled to start each day at 8 a.m. and end at 7 p.m., will focus on the Rafah area. Despite this pause, military operations targeting the remaining brigades of Hamas in Rafah will continue, the military confirmed. This initiative is coordinated with the United Nations and other international aid agencies to ensure the safe passage of aid trucks from the Israel-controlled Kerem Shalom crossing to the Salah Adin highway, facilitating the distribution of supplies across Gaza. Since the Israeli ground troops entered Rafah in early May, aid flow through the Kerem Shalom crossing has been significantly restricted due to the bottleneck caused by the ongoing military operations. The announcement of the daily pauses came shortly after reports confirmed the deaths of 2 more Israeli soldiers in northern Gaza on Saturday, adding to the 8 soldiers killed in Rafah the same day. These losses mark one of the deadliest days for Israeli troops since the ground offensive began on October 27 and are likely to intensify calls for a ceasefire. The humanitarian situation in Gaza has deteriorated sharply over the 8 months military offensive against Hamas. The United Nations reports widespread hunger and an imminent threat of famine, affecting hundreds of thousands of people due to the blockade on air and water supplies. The international community has consistently urged Israel to increase the flow of aid into Gaza to address these urgent needs. From May 6 to June 6, the UN's Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs reported an average of 68 trucks of aid entering Gaza daily, a significant drop from the 168 trucks per day in April and far below the 500 trucks needed to meet the growing demands. This decline in aid comes as over 1 million Palestinians already displaced by the conflict fled Rafah after the invasion, leading to overcrowded and unsanitary conditions in other parts of southern and central Gaza. Despite claims from COGAT, the Israeli military body overseeing aid distribution, that there are no restrictions on the entry of aid trucks, much of the aid has accumulated at border crossings without reaching those in need. COGAT reports that over 8,600 trucks, including both aid and commercial shipments, entered Gaza from May 2 to June 13, averaging 201 trucks per day. However, the effective distribution of this aid remains a critical challenge. As the humanitarian situation worsens, the international community continues to call for sustained and unimpeded aid flow to Gaza, emphasizing the urgent need to address the basic needs of the population and alleviate the suffering caused by the prolonged conflict.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.